So I'm talking to the ball of, what do you call it, that scour thing that's in the ceiling to stop mice from running through the roof. I'm talking to that today. But I had the worst day. I had 2 job interviews. The first one was actually planned, and they phoned up on this botchy phone, kept hanging up like 5 times during the 20 minutes it took to interview. It didn't end correctly, it just ended with, the system glitching or whatever, and it didn't end with a thank you and goodbye. It ended with a cutoff, But I did get an email saying it was a pleasure to meet you, and if you're a candidate for the role, you'll be contacted. But it just wasn't any good, And I was going to turn off my phone after the 3rd time, but I kept my temper down and just kept on persevering with it. But it's second world country, like third world country actually. It's second-rate job, it seems, but it's supposed to pay well. But I'm not sure, like, if it's stable or if the equipment they use is any good. It's supposed to start working from home. No, it's supposed to start with training in the office, and then it starts working from home. But I'm not sure if I'll be contacted. The person was blaming me for the botchy phone line when it was actually them, or them hanging up just for fun. So, I didn't expect that kind of really bad interview service, but I went through it. So it was left on a positive air. And then I phoned up for this chocolate sales job, and they required me to actually go down to the factory. The person is foreign and doesn't have good English, apparently. Don't ask me who I was going to meet, but I just gave up on that job too. I couldn't be bothered dealing with it. Just seems like a botchy job as well. Like, I don't want to go down to some factory which is in the middle of nowhere. I have to catch like a bus for an hour, and I end up in a place where you can't just hop onto a train or anything. It's just in the middle of nowhere. And since I don't really like that zone, because I was being considered for a job near there, I just said, no, I don't like that zone. So I just avoid that zone like some other zones in this state. So I just said, nah, I can't be bothered doing that. So I just wrote them a text message saying that I probably wasn't going to show up and to cancel my interview, because I didn't really want to go down to this factory and deal with positive or negative emotions. And I'm not sure whether it would be a clean job or what, but I just said I couldn't be bothered. It's in a botchy area which has only bus transport available, and I don't go off the train lines, let's say it that way. If it was a bit closer to a train line, I may have showed up, but it has to be a little bit away from that showground area, because people say you just walk a block from the showgrounds and you're in a botchy area. So I couldn't be bothered dealing with any of that, so I just stick to the train lines. Just give me a sec. So with that second interview being in an area which I didn't like or trust, I just didn't bother to go. So there were 2 of the inkiest interviews I've had in a while. So I applied for a couple of other jobs and in different areas. And yeah, I'll see how it goes. On the plus side, I finished my course reading today, so tomorrow I can start working on an assignment. So far I've only had 1 assignment graded, so I'm waiting for all the other grades to come. I wish they would just say in the headline, your submission has been graded, because but anyway, sometimes they make it sound like you just got feedback, but they've actually graded your assignment. And they should say your assignment has been graded in a big headline, because that means that you don't need to fix it up. It's all been graded and done. I would love to say I've been doing it with flying colors, but I haven't. I've been only barely passing a lot of assignments, so obviously they probably want more than what I'm giving. But yeah, assignments are a little bit difficult, I think, yeah. But yeah, I just need to get through this coursework and have it all graded by 2 months. It's going to be the 1st of May tomorrow, and I've only had one assignment graded, and you know, I seriously handed in the assignments like 3 weeks ago, and only one's come back graded, and so I'm waiting for the others. But yeah, but the study, it's not going that great, but at least I'm getting through it. But I'm trying to get a job because I just don't know when my luck in this place will run out and stuff. So I was going to go for this job which you travel for it. You get to travel overseas, but I couldn't be bothered. I shouldn't be traveling because I'm not actually, you know, the most ideal person to travel. I would be like a big worry head, you know, if I was told to travel. So I prefer to stick to the one spot sort of thing. But, you know, it comes into my mind, oh, maybe I should travel and stuff. But I think it would just worry me a lot and I wouldn't want to do it. So I don't bother traveling or anything. I just stick to the telephone jobs, I guess. But I did apply for a job which you work in an office and it's like a admin marketing kind of job where you get to do a lot of things, a lot of different tasks and things. And you know, I applied for it. You know, I don't know, but I'm trying to get a good job, like a job that makes sense. But so far the education job that seemed like so botchy and third world-ish is the strongest job I've got going at the moment. It's not to say that, you know, it's the only job that will consider me, but it's the strongest job that I have. So hopefully if I do apply and get in, it should be okay. But I wouldn't want to try and work there and have just the same kind of botchy phone line. That's the only thing. But but yeah, that would be annoying. But I guess there's a couple of Suncorp jobs I could go for, but I'm not sure what they're like, whether they're normal or not. I mean, Suncorp seems pretty okay organization. I mean, it's legislative, I think, but I'm not sure if it's inside, if it's okay to work in this building. Like, it might be, it might not be, but there's always jobs coming and going on it. So, but I might apply for them if I keep getting into jobs. I mean, but I did apply last year and I missed the interview, and they said they haven't been very eager on me since. So, but yeah, and there's a manpower job somewhere that I could apply for. There's so many jobs out there. But yeah, I just keep going. Corona's still around, so I'm not rushing for the office jobs right now. But with this week, all those jobs just seem kind of crappy. I know I would still want to go for that education job because it's like the best money I'd ever make if I got that job, but I know it seemed kind of crappy. You know, I'd rather an office job where they just talk to you and they're, you know, the feed on the line is good and there's no mucking around. Because I don't like dysfunctional jobs. I really don't. I like it modern and smooth. outgoing and professional, you know. So I might try and look for other jobs in next week. I really have to look for more jobs after the 5th of May. So that's what, first, second, third, fourth. It's like Tuesday. So I might look for more jobs after Tuesday. I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm not really enjoying these interviews today. Oh, I just think they're unstable and not so good. I sort of want it better. If I'm gonna work, I want it better. Great, even. Yeah. No choppiness, no mucking around, just straight deals, professional. Yeah, but I also don't really want to work in an office. I mean, with all this sickness stuff around, I'm not that keen on it, but it seems lowered. The emergency case seems lower than what it was. So, but I don't know. And maybe it's not. I don't know. So.